we are here on a fabulous Tuesday with a heat index of 100 in Hades today. Thank goodness we're inside with air conditioner like we're supposed to. If you haven't done so yet, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. All right. Now, for those that tuned in yesterday, that was a review. Today is the actual thing. So, what is happening tomorrow when you come to class? We will have a test. Okay. Remember, are you allowed to ask questions during the test? Yes. Okay. Yes, you're allowed to ask questions during the test. Is there a limit of questions? No. No, there's only one person allowed at the question table at a time. Anyways, it's making fun of my coffee table. All right. By the way, hey, Snacks, why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella? Full drizzle? Okay, so now you're going to have 3 of these on the test. They're 4 points each to make sure that you get everything there. Only 3. Sorry. Now, it says the quotient of k and 9 is greater than 12. All right, so or negative 2. Now, a lot of people says quotient. I go to the quotient. All right, the quotient that actually means k divided by 9. Or if you wrote it as a fraction, it's the same thing. That's how you write a quotient. Okay. Or you could use those little rectangular things that y'all look at to watch people do, like the little dances in YouTube and stuff. And you could go to this thing and search what quotient means. How many of y'all thought to do that? That's what I thought. Yep. All right. All real numbers x are less than or equal to 5. X less than equal 5. Bam. I want to see how many people. By the way, on part 1, there's only one inequality sign per problem. Okay, only one, not 2. 4 less than the number y is greater than 10. Here's the number y. Okay, some people in the past wrote it like this: 4 less than y greater than 10. That is wrong. Don't do that. Okay. 6 more than a number k is less than or equal to 12. So you could say 6 plus k less than or equal to 12. All right. So we have 4 of those on our practice test. There's 3 on the actual test. And then we're, they're 4 points each. So we're going to kind of go on from there. The reason why they're 4 points each is because I need to make sure that it's the way I've got to grade it. You've got to have the operation and the things in the right order. You got to have this in the right order. You got to have your constant in the right place. There's a reason for this, because some people are like, why is this 4 and this other one 3? Well, it's because I'm weird. All right. Any questions on 1 through 4? Yes, no. All right. Moving on. Part 2A. I know somebody's like, why is there an A when you should just have like a part 2 and a part 3? I just want to do it that way. Determine if this is a solution of the inequality, 3 points each. So you plug it in. This gives us negative 12. This gives us negative 10. Is negative 10 less than negative 6? Yeah, so you just put an X, you put an X, a check, put a smiley face, something right there so I know that that's the answer. Okay, now what's really funny is even though I will have this space right here, I'll have students do this. They'll underline the yes. or they'll circle it, or they'll box it. Give me something right here. I don't care if you write a blob, as long as it's not like phlegm or snot or blood. Just put some. If I've said it, it is really gross. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Oh, you're trying to win those bonus points already. Oh, thank you for being in a good mood. All right, now some of y'all are like, "Hey, Mr. Jeffries, it's not fair. You have more room on your paper than us." By the way, BTWs, TBH, hashtag up there on the table is extra notebook paper because I know some of y'all might need more room. That's by all means do it. Okay, 5 plus 3 times -3. This is 5 plus -9, which is -4. Is -4 less than or equal to 0? Yes. Okay. Now, both of these happen to be yes. Are they both going to be yes on the test? Who knows? It's 50-50 on each one. They could be both yes, they could be both no, one yes. Okay. Just don't let it be like the IMS and the no solutions were on the last test, where I told y'all not to write no solution or IMS on all of them, and people did. And then we're going to have to kick some of those people off the island. All right. Any questions on 5 and 6? Anybody need more time? Yes, no. All right. Two of these on the test, 4 points each. Okay. I'm probably going to start grading the graph first and work my way backwards. Okay. All right. We've got to add 18 to both sides. Okay. So we get 24 greater than or equal to 4a. So we get 6 is greater than or equal to a. Or if you wanted to write it this way, this is the same thing. Okay. You can put 1, you can put 2. It doesn't matter. Okay. I know some people will do this. Well, not that, because that'd be wrong. All right. What type of circle at 6? Close, close, close. And we go which way? Up. Okay. And to the left or right? Left. Okay. I thought I heard up. I thought it was funny. By the way, for those that's wondering what we're watching during lunch, we did start up yesterday. I think we're past the super sad part. Well, that's no, it's look, it's like a sine wave. It's just like life. Nothing ever is ever great or ever sad for that long. Imagine seeing that for the first time in movie theaters right after your divorce. So if the kids wanted to see it, I didn't realize it was going to be like that. Now, so we'll discuss that later. All right, so you can multiply by the flip form, or you can multiply by 4, divide by 3. It's going to be the same thing. All right, so 12 times 4 is 16, divided by 3. What the heck is this symbol? Okay, 4 times 12 is 48. 48 divided by 3 is 16. Okay, so here's 16, here's 0, and here is 50,000. Okay, so What type of circle at 16? Open. Going which way? To the right. Hey, what's the matter with the night? Okay. Anybody need more time on 7 and 8? Okay. If you need more time, that means I get more time to freestyle dance and sing. Because that's what everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see a middle-aged Caucasian dad trying to dance and sing on the YouTube. All right. So, all right. How many of y'all got to number 9 and was like, "What the what?" Because what's on number 9 that y'all hadn't seen a lot of yet? Decimals. And I think it's funny because I'll get students who are like, "I got a decimal for the answer." I'm like, "Okay." They're like, "Is that wrong?" I'm like, "I don't know. I hadn't done it." Like, do decimals exist out in the real world? Probably. If you go down to the Publix and you go buy something, it's going to be like $4 and something. That was a good one, by the way. That was good. Uh, Lady beside me is popping her back, and it sounds like somebody stepping on bubble wrap. It was really good. I see where you're coming from with that. If somebody pops a lot, they probably are kind of crunchy. Yep, because I'm an evil, evil man. I wake up in the morning going, how can I torture people with math? Okay. Look, I'm excited for a date before Halloween. I'm excited for October 15th. October 15th is the first day of bow season for deer, so that means I get to get back out in the woods. I get to put my hunting makeup on, paint my face all funny. All right, so who knows why that inequality symbol is in a different color than the rest of the problem? Because it flipped. Because we divided by negative. All right, so what type of circle at -6? Close. And we go to the right. Okay. Now, also, please understand on my test, I don't have it planned where like so many of them in a row, like they all graph the same way or it's all the same answer or something. I don't do that. Okay. You know how I don't do that? Because I don't actually do the problems when I make the test. Okay. Huh? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, it's fun. Well, just like I like doing things the first time when y'all do 'em. Like I can pick out problems all day long and put them on your handouts and make pretty paper and stuff like that. But I don't have to know the answer before I give it to you. And that's probably why other people think I'm a bad teacher. But I mean, I want to go through it the first time like y'all. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, you have to be a special type of person to teach like kindergarten through third grade. And, I thought about being an elementary teacher, and then I realized I can probably pick the little ones up and throw them a lot more. So I just decided I should stick with high school. Mm. Okay, so part three, there's four of these on the test. There's 6 points each. You actually solve these like you would do those multi-step equations uh, from the first test. So I don't know if you go back. I can't remember if this is last. Uh, hang on. It was probably. Mm, it was probably Wednesday or Thursday last week that we did these. And on the handout, I actually had the 5 steps. Okay. So move the variables to the left. Move the constants to the right. One hop this time. Right foot, left stomp. Too early for that. Listen, we need songs like that that teach rhythmically challenged people how to dance, okay? Okay, do you know why? Okay, I'm not trying to be just about guarantee the majority of people that are dancing to that song happen to look like me in age and everything because we need that direction on how to dance. I don't know. All right. So on number 11, by the way, on number 10, you saw I left it either as an improper fraction or a decimal, either or. Okay. I distributed like I should. -3 times W, -3W, -3 times -3, got the +9, all this over here. All right. So I did my first step. I don't have to combine like terms. Let's move the variables to the left. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Is this a true statement? Yes. What happens when we get a true statement in inequalities or equations? What is our answer? IMS. Infinitely many solution. Because if we get a true statement, that means we could literally plug in anything in for our variables and get a true statement. No matter we could you could plug in 50 bajillion for W on both sides of this and you're going to get a true statement. Yeah. Shh. Okay. Shh. So, all right. Somehow now, I thought I had a hard time focusing. This group of students is worse. Okay, part 3 continued. This is on the back of your paper. And y'all have very nice lavender paper today. That's very wrong to try to guess the gender of this paper. You shouldn't do that. Shh. You know I'm just joking. I'll give you a white paper tomorrow. Good. All right. So now these are worth more because there's more steps, correct? All right. Some of y'all are like, yes, because as you saw in the last test, for those that took it, we had some problems that were worth 6 points each. And then I found ways like, oh, you messed up right here, so it's -1 instead of counting all 6 points wrong. You actually want me to have questions worth more points. And this is why you get more, like what y'all call participation points. Y'all could do all the math right and just make a lot of y'all did on that first test and just made a wrong step at the beginning. That doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. Distribute, distribute, distribute. All right. So number 13, I actually distributed. Okay. This one I do have to combine like terms. Bum, bum, bum. I have a 3K and a positive 9K. So this becomes, okay, 12K. Oh, also number 12, make sure that you flip that sign. That's why it's a different color. Kind of important. All right, right here, we're going to add just a little add, just a little add. 12K. All right. So for number 13, we got K is greater than or equal to 1. Now, we only had one out of those 4 problems that was an IMS or no solution. Okay. You could have none. You could have one, you had multiple. They're not, just keep working. Listen, this is where if you have a question about how to answer it, this is when you ask. Okay. I mean, you don't now, but tomorrow. See if my headset will let me reach. I'm tethered. What? They're probably in class. You don't care they're in class. Shh. Okay, are we good with 12 and 13? Before we start heading. Now, are you saying no to her conversation or my question? Okay, must be y'all's conversation. All right, part 4, 3 of these on the test. Now, I'm not looking at you actually writing the inequality. I'm actually going to grade the graph first. Huh? Well, I do this so often. And all right, y'all remember the random fact about Betty Boop yesterday? That the lady that accidentally said the Pledge of Allegiance of the prayer and National Lampoons did the voice of Betty Boop. I just remember random facts of useless knowledge. I mean, just so I just remember stuff like this. Like, huh? What? A couple different places. I started out at UNA, moved to UAH. From there, I went to Athens State. That's where I finished my bachelor's, and I got my master's from Alabama. I had to find a college that worked for me. I did, but see, my dad went back to college at 49, so I had to move to Huntsville with him because I couldn't support myself with my little part-time job. Yeah. All right. All right. So that's number 14. Number 15. All right. Remember that these are two totally different problems. Okay. Totally different. All right. So for this one, I'm going to divide by 6. I get b is less than -1. Then I'm going to subtract 1, subtract 1. Do, 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 do. Thought I heard that someone was about to throw up. I was going to get ready to hurl myself. Okay, remember, on a or, they go away from each other. Okay, the ones that you're going to have from me, they'll go away from each other. Now, further along down the road, depends on where you go, how far you go with your math studies. You may have an or that actually overlaps. Okay, but just know the ones for me go in different directions. Yep, it's only Tuesday. Like the longest months for me in the school year are August and December. I mean, I'm sorry, August and January because it's because August we're getting back into the swing of things. It's after having like somewhat of freedom, and then January is a long month because basically when the teachers get paid in December, like the day that we get out on that half day, we don't get paid again to the end of January. So like the last 2 weeks of January, we're eating like ice cube sandwiches. So we had to, because your birthday's in April, because it's a typical thing. Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, after spring break, we don't have another break until like the end. I know. Uh, it's typical. A lot of people thinks that the month that their birthday's in, is the longest for them. You, uh, I watched Criminal Minds and picked up some things. So on number 16, no, I'm not calling you dirty. You just sneezed, and I was letting you have some hand sanitizer. Because snot happens. All right. Oh, nope. That's not 34. That's 24. And then lottie dottie, we divide everybody. Thank you. All right. And this is an and sandwich. We have open, open, and in between, you could graph it like that. You could do the, okay. Just make sure I can understand what it is. Okay. Yeah. Actually, you only have like what? No, it's like three. There's only three homework assignments, I think. Last time y'all had like five or six. Oh wow. No, the reason why I make them actually do the night before the test is I know some people will do like one attempt that first time and then they'll go back and do it again just so or they'll be awesome procrastinators and do it the night before and it actually helps them for the test the next day. Okay. All right. Remember, part three, you take the guts out. Okay. We have a good version and the evil twin. And remember, when we multiply this by -1, we have to flip the sign. Okay. All right. So we end up getting x is less than or equal to 9 and x is greater than or equal to -9. All right. So this on the graph actually looks like mm, -9, 9, closed, closed, up and over. And this is why, if you looked at this on Friday on the notes, I said when the inequality is eating the number, and you remember we went and found that shark and put it in there. When it's eating the number, it's going to be an and graph. Okay. All right. On 17, whoa, what was that? Pull the guts out. All right. Good version. Evil twin. And solve. This would be -4. Divide, 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 divide. Okay. Ooh. Shh, language. Well, some of y'all think you whisper, but y'all have had earbuds in for so long that y'all's whispering is like, "Hey, did you hear about so and so?" That's how some of y'all whisper. Like some of y'all actually don't know how to whisper where nobody will actually tell what you're talking about. You say this is a safe space. All right, so -2, open circle, and 9, open, and that way. All right. These again, 6 points each because, there's two problems, two different things. The good news about part five, sorry, I'm yawning. Apparently, it's because my room's so boring. Um, you can do the same operations on both of these once you split them. Okay. All right. Are we good with the second 16 and 17? Because I kind of messed up. All right. Shame. Shun the non-believer. All right. Number 18. What's the first thing you have to do on number 18? And no, it's not cry. Yeah. We got to divide both sides by 3. Before we ever do anything else, we got to divide both sides by 3. Now, that might be something very good to write on your orange sheet for tomorrow. On the last problem on part 5, you're going to either have to add, or subtract, or divide to get the absolute value by itself. Now we pull the guts out. Good person, evil twin. -9, -9. Whoop. -9, -9. Whoop. X is greater than or equal to 0. X is less than or equal to -18. All right. So -18 is here. Close circle, up and over. 0 is here because I say it is. Close circle, up and over. All right. So now I told y'all I listened to the things that y'all said on the stuff for last time about the review, that it didn't seem like we had enough time. Of course, that day, I was a genius and left my laptop at home and wasn't very prepared. But I'm all over it today like a fat kid on a cupcake. So, or like, yeah, I mean, I am. It's very pretty. She's gonna use her noodle. So, oh boy. Now, so you're about to get a at-home practice test. I have not done this yet. I'm not going to do the typed out key. It's all going to be the worked out version because of the graphs. The graphs are really hard to do that way. And you can ask questions about it tomorrow, things of that nature. All right. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell, stay farce. Good stuff, good thing.